Hey, how's it going, Rasmanites? You got the Rasman here with another direct to YouTube video upload. I wasn't planning on doing a video today at all, but I remembered that there's another contest that I wanted to enter, and the deadline for the contest is September 30th. So I definitely want to get this up because this week is going to be a busy week work-wise at Handi Enterprises, who of course are the sponsors to this program and channel, so all the contact information will be down below in the description box for them. This is an entry into Media Assault's contest, and Media Assault wanted to know our favorite TV show. Well, any of you that have been subscribed to me for a long time know that that's an impossible list for me to narrow down just to one show because I'm a huge TV watcher. However, the thing that I try and do with my collection, because TV shows tend to always be more expensive than films are, is that I only try and buy TV shows that I know I'm going to watch over and over and over again because they're just that much higher up on the list compared to everything else. So, what I've done here is I have on my tray representations from every favorite TV show of mine that I own, save two. One is completely out of reach just because of lack of storage, and the other you can see a little bit. Well, actually, you can't right now because of where I'm sitting. But if you've ever seen my shelves behind me, you can see it a little bit, but it just wasn't reachable at this point in time because I have to use the tray for everything. So I'm going to start off talking about those two shows, and those two shows are Gilmore Girls, one of the best dramedies, as I like to call it, ever made. A show that can be a drama and a comedy at the same time. The chemistry between all the actors on that show is unbelievable, and it's a throwback to classic Hollywood. You know, where they talked 100 miles an hour and really just non-stop in the way that they did things, dialogue-wise. So I love that show to death. So yeah, definitely Gilmore Girls is in my collection and deserves a mention. And the other is Keith Sutherland as the most bad kick butt guy on the planet, Jack Bauer, in 24. This is one of my favorite shows of all time, and actually a collection that is still not complete. I need to pick up season 7 and season 8 and 24 Redemption to complete my collection. I only have the first 6 seasons on DVD. It's been a collection that's been unfinished for ages, mostly because I wanted season 7 and season 8 on Blu-ray, as they were the only 2 seasons available on Blu-ray, despite the whole show I know was done in widescreen format. So I'm hoping that it's one of those shows like a next one that I'm going to show here that will eventually see a Blu-ray release, just because they had the foresight to shoot in high definition even when shows weren't being broadcast that way. But yeah, at the very least I want to pick up season 7 and season 8 and 24 Redemption because it's an amazing show. If you've never seen 24, my god, what's wrong with you? The concept was so revolutionary and just something that had never been done before in life ever, to my knowledge. The idea of a 24-hour day and an hour-long show being transformed into a 24-hour day season. It was just amazing. So, next up we get into the stuff that I do own, which is starting off with one of my favorite directors of all time, and he really does television well, is the best genius on television other than the guy who will end this list. I pulled these off the shelves in random order. I had no intention of saying this is better than this because I just couldn't pick. And actually, I lied because, like I said, these were in random order, just, how I grabbed them off the shelf. So, the first show is actually not a show by him, but a franchise that he decided to, and I'm talking about J.J. Abrams, so we'll get into that show in a minute. But the first show is, of course, my latest addition to the television collection. And without a doubt, if I did have to pick a favorite TV show, this would probably be it as the greatest show of all time. Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 1 on Blu-ray. I've said so much about it over recent videos, but I have so many memories of this show, good memories, and that's why this show is going to be the second show that gets a full series on my channel, and I'm working with a couple of other people on it. I'm just waiting for them to be available to do the series, so you can look forward to that. So that's Star Trek The Next Generation Season 1 on Blu-ray, and J.J. Abrams' tie to Star Trek was, of course, the film franchise, bringing back the original crew on film, and he did a phenomenal job with the 2009 movie. And then we get into his actual show representation here with, sorry, I'm just trying to get the dongle out of the way. Yeah, there we go. Season 5 of Alias. His best show, in my opinion, other than Fringe, which is one that I am dying to own. I know everybody goes gaga over Lost, and Lost is a tremendous show, don't get me wrong, but I think Fringe is so much more better written and such a thriller and keeps me on the edge of my seat the whole entire time, as did this. Alias is a show that I watch over and over and over again, once a year at least, and I just love every bit of it. Even season 5, which most people hated because Jennifer Garner was pregnant and Rachel Nichols came onto the show. But yeah, I absolutely love Alias, and Fringe is number 1 on my list of shows that I need to own that I don't, because I love it that much, other than the show that I actually have a chance to win as part of this contest from MediaAssult, which is Firefly and Serenity. So yeah, that's Alias. Sorry, the dongle keeps moving, so I have to keep moving where I put the Blu-rays and DVDs. Next up is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original series. Just happened to grab season 9, which is still sealed because I'm nowhere near ready to watch season 9 yet. I'm still in the middle of rewatching season 3, and the reason for that is the seasons I'm missing are season 10, which just came out, and part of season 3 in the form of volumes 4 and volume 5. Those are the 3 things that I still need to pick up for this collection, so nowhere near season 9 yet, so I just left it sealed. But yeah, that's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original series. And then, of course, if I own Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original series, I'm also going to own and talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 2003 series, in my opinion, the better series, the one that's closer to the Turtles and their comic book origins. Just love it. Absolutely love it. Everything about it is fantastic, and it's a real shame that the series is out of print and wasn't finished. Hopefully that will change. But yeah, that's TMNT 2003. I need a second here, guys. The screen just went black as this video is a bit longer than these direct YouTube uploads are, so I just want to make absolutely sure that we're okay. We should be, but I just want to make sure, so I'm going to go up and take the screen off black. Actually, I did a knock on the tray, which knocked the screen off black, so we're fine. I do apologize, by the way, if the videos have gotten a little bit darker in tone. I don't have the best indoor lighting, and this new C920 from Logitech, the quality on it is so high that if I bump up the exposure a little bit like I did with the C910, you can actually see me look like I'm glowing on screen, which I don't like, so I'm avoiding doing that. So some days the sun just isn't really strong and the lighting is a little bit darker. But yeah, GMT 2003. So next up we have the absolute best comedy on the air today, The Big Bang Theory. I still need to own Season 5, and I want to upgrade Seasons 1 and 2 to Blu-ray. That's probably number 1 on my wish list this year. So I don't know what I can say about The Big Bang Theory that I haven't already said in previous videos for people that are subscribed to my channel. And just a show made by geeks, for geeks, and the most brilliant comedy writing, as I try to talk over my dog in the background. Sorry about that. The most brilliant comedy writing I've ever seen on television, and an unapologetic show that knows what its audience is, and I absolutely love it. The chemistry between the whole cast is amazing. And finally, of course, those of you who are subscribed to the channel and longtime viewers know that this one was coming. The only show that I've ever done a whole series on that I'm still going to finish once I get certain videos out of the way that I want to do that are more current, because all of the season breakdown was pre-filmed last year around Christmas time, so we'll be done. And of course we have the comics to do as well. In my opinion, the greatest of all of the shows other than Firefly and Serenity, which I'm trying to win, that the master himself, Joss Whedon, the man we all now know behind the Avengers, has ever done. And yes, I am including Buffy and Angel in that, and I know people are going to lynch me for that, but that's just my own personal opinion. And of course I'm talking about Dollhouse. The reason I love this show so much is because the concept behind it is so unapologetic, and it just makes you think. And I love shows that make you think in both a what the heck just happened way, and oh my god, this show is so dark and crazy, but society could get to this point kind of way. I love Dollhouse. I watch it at least once a year now that I've got both seasons finally, and it was just criminally ended way too soon, the same as Firefly was. So if you've never seen Dollhouse, it's just a brilliantly acted show, and as I said, I've done an entire series, did all of season 1 and the middle of season 2, so if you want to know more about it, please subscribe and check out the Dollhouse's Real playlist. You will not be disappointed. With that, I will be back tomorrow as planned with a review of the Hunger Games in full episode form, of course. I hope MediaAssult enjoyed this entry, and I also wanted to put out there real quickly before I ended the video, because I forgot that I am not a fan of Jaws. So if the person that wins Firefly and Serenity wanted the Jaws Disney book more, I will be more than happy to split it. The reason that I'm entering this contest is because A, I saw it from my friend Robbie Webster and wanted to enter, but B, when I saw Firefly and Serenity as the prize, I just knew I had to enter first shot at finally owning those. Been meaning to pick those up for what seems like years in my collection. Okay, that's it. This video has gone on way too long for a video response. Sorry about that. I just chatter a lot when it comes to television.